craziest courtroom reactions. Have you ever wondered what happens when tensions escalate to the extreme in the hallowed halls of justice? In this episode, we unlock the secrets of the craziest courtroom reactions ever witnessed. From explosive outbursts to shocking confessions, these remarkable moments will leave you questioning the very fabric of our legal system. This is TJ Lane, who's having to deal with penalties for various killings in Ohio. TJ Lane was a sentenced American killer who acquired reputation subsequent to carrying out a terrible wrongdoing at Chardon Secondary School in Ohio on February 27, 2012. The Ohio Police Office answered different calls from educators and understudies that there was a functioning shooter in the structure. As indicated by police reports, Spear entered the school and went to the cafeteria. It was here that TJ Lane started shooting and killed 3 understudies and seriously harmed 3 others. 6 individuals got truly hurt on account of TJ Lane that day, yet hundreds, in the event that not a large number of individuals, left Chardon Secondary School on February 27, 2012, with immaterial torment that will endure until the end of time. Looks are your companions laying out of control. There's blood, individuals shouting, everyone's running in various connections, and you're attempting to get out. I saw a youngster holding a weapon point towards a gathering of children. Do you recall the search in the shooter's face? I never saw his face. I just checked the firearm out. I actually can't consider it all since it's simply so unnerving. Lane's activity sent shockwaves through the local area. He was quickly caught and accused of 3 counts of exasperated murder, 2 counts of endeavoured irritated murder, and 1 count of felonious attack. As though the killings were not sufficiently terrible, Lane showed no regret for his activities at the preliminary and wouldn't help out his lawyers. All things considered, he showed up in court wearing a shirt with the word killer composed on it, and even gave the centre finger to the casualties' families. During the condemning hearing, Lane offered a stunning expression. Whenever allowed the opportunity to speak, Lane said something that showed no regret for his activities. He further irritated the torment of the casualties' families by wearing a white shirt with killer manually written across it. Lane smirked and smiled throughout the hearing and then said to the families, "This hand that pulled the trigger that killed your sons now masturbates to the memory." His callous remarks and disrespectful demeanour shocked those present in the courtroom and the public at large. This kind of behaviour in court is considered highly unusual and extremely disrespectful. The statement caused outrage and disgust, not among the families of the victims, but also the entire nation. The judge presiding over the case described Lane's behaviour as heinous, unprovoked and senseless, and sentenced him to 3 life sentences in prison without parole. Lane didn't even bat an eyelid when he heard his sentence. He remained emotionless and unremorseful. Lane's behaviour and reactions were likened to that of a psychopath. In any case, nothing could set you up for the response of Ricky Hand. This is Ricky Hand, a Springfield man, conceivably having to deal with new penalties this evening after he tosses pee and defecation on his lawyer in court. "Did you allow me 40 years? He asks, who is having to deal with penalties for different thefts in Ohio. At the point when the case took to the court, Hand was condemned to 40 years. The explanation the adjudicator gave Ricky such a long sentence is on the grounds that they were likewise ready to demonstrate he was at legitimate fault for doing a series of burglaries across Springfield, Ohio. Hand lost it when he heard that he would go through a long time in prison. He went after his very own container fecal matter and pee, which were concealed in an arm sling, and tossed it at his legal advisor in court. You can see Hand go after the containers of foulness. Because of the court episode, Hand was accused of 5 extra counts of provocation with a real substance, 1 for his lawyer and 4 for representatives present. He's additionally accused of impeding authority, business and counter. The preliminary of Saddam Hussein, the previous despot of Iraq, was a groundbreaking occasion that held the world's consideration. The preliminary of Saddam Hussein gave a stage to the casualties of his system to defy their oppressor eye to eye. The court saw awful declarations from survivors and relatives of the individuals who experienced subject to his authority. The feelings ran high as their misery, outrage and flexibility occupied the room, making a permanent imprint on the procedures. At the point when the decision was at long last reported, Saddam Hussein's disobedient nature was on full presentation. In spite of the heaviness of the proof against him, he kept up with his blamelessness and wouldn't show regret. His energetic last assertion, loaded up with unwavering resistance, reverberated through the court, leaving onlookers and, surprisingly, the adjudicators astonished. And there you have it, folks, the craziest courtroom reactions you never knew existed. These remarkable moments remind us that the courtroom is a stage where human nature is laid bare, and the pursuit of justice takes unexpected twists and turns. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay tuned for more mind-blowing episodes.